else did we do today? We saved you the pain and boringness of watching us clean the rabbit barn. Yeah, y'all gotta see this. So, one side, lovely garden goodness, isn't it? So one side of the barn still looks like this. And the other side is fresh and clean. Yep, for now. Let's wait till it gets all messed up again. What you doing, sister? Huh? Her? He's coming in there. Out. Y'all, the loofahs are still hanging from the fence. Ella, there's no volume so far. It was half out. The plug come out. Got a lot of feed in the truck. Today we made a feed store run. Mark, are you excited to get it all unloaded?
Not really.
You sure?
Sure.
Y'all, let's get to all this fun.
Alright guys, we're gonna go
And we're gonna go check feeders for the chickens, seeing who all needs food, all that good stuff. So we've got one set of feeders right here. Yeah, we use cat litter buckets. That one can use some. We'll throw it out. Ouch. That one can use some. So we'll set these out here for Mark to fill up. Let's see. Let's check this one right over here. Oh yeah, that one definitely could use some. Go ahead and set it over here with the others. If Mama hasn't showed y'all our chicken feeders, it's literally a hole cut out and an elbow. Pretty cool. They're still unloading rabbit food over there, so we're gonna go pull out more feeders. They're probably gonna freak out, but here's some of the chickens. Yep. Ew. Check this one. Yeah, that one needs some more in it too. This one's in one of our coops. So we'll pull that back out. Oops. Set it for Mark. So I'm going to check out and wait for Mark. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was getting done or not.
It always gets done. When the things come out.
Hey Mom, I think your chickens are hungry.
They are.
So what's the point of the bag on top?
Extra layer of moisture protection for us. Actually, it was really I just happened to feed that day and didn't bring the bags up.
Good job, Mom.
So it's an extra layer of moisture protection and cushioning on the tin now. Alright, let's go get those other feeders. One bag per big tote, and the litter boxes, take a half a bag. Is that one okay?
Yeah, that one's okay. We filled it up yesterday.
Did we fill it up or?
It's still got half a thing of food in there.
All stock?
Yeah.
It'll probably stay. Here, watch this. All right, ready? fella. Show them the inside. Well, show them this and this. Alright, so this one has a 45-degree angle PVC pipe. They rake it out though, so we had to find one of these covers and cut the top half out to keep them from raking. A 90-degree angle, they won't rake the feed out as bad.
I'll come back here in just a second, probably throw those in the back in the pens, get them taken care of. Well done. That's everything for feed today. Let's go do some beans. Let's get this pressure canner going. Going to add the water that's recommended. I think it's 2 quarts for this one. Let me check and make sure though. We have the old canning book that came with it. And it tells you in here how much water to add. And this is a 7 quart. So it says to put actually 1 quart of water in it. 1.5 quarts. Yep, 1.5 quarts. Now we have washed this out. And what's a half quart, guys? A pint, right? Because 2 pints make a quart. Alright, so we took and put 1 cup of dry beans in here. These are baby limas, and a tablespoon of canning salt. You can use any salt. I think that the canning salt keeps it clearer or something, I don't know. But it's just what we use. We use the canning salt in here. And then we'll fill the jar up to here with hot water. Up to here. I fill it up to right at the elbow, the neckline there. See how that jar's got that curve in it? Right there. We fill it up to right there.
Okay, this pot over here is my boiling water for the jars. And I'm using a glass measuring cup. I don't need the measuring, I just needed the handle to dip the water. We've already done 4. I'm just waiting on boiling water for the last 3. Move my teapot out of the way. Alright, my water is boiling finally. So we're just going to scoop into the pot and pour this into the jars. Now I am not holding these jars because those jars will get hot. Alright, I no longer need this water, so I'm going to pour it out. I'm going to go ahead and set my canner on that eye. The eye is off. Now, this is a headspace measuring tool, but most importantly, it's something to stir with. Anytime you're canning, you want to get the air bubbles out. So make sure you take and stir through the jar. We also have some limas, large limas in here, in a couple of the jars. Now some of you may be wondering, why can dried beans? How many people forgot to soak your beans the night before? How many people have not gotten into the Instapot craze yet? Me. It's me. Yep, it's me. So, yeah, we forget to do the dried beans, soaking them overnight and all that stuff. So we, do this to where I can just open them, heat them, and serve them for a meal. I also do this with kidney beans for chili. That way I don't have to go out to the store and buy them all the time. And black beans. Now, I add black beans to every ground meat dish. It just kind of blends in and nobody really notices taste-wise that they're there. So it helps me stretch out my meal budget further. Alright, I'm going to put lids on these and then we'll set them down in the canner. Make sure you set it over the lid squarely, over the opening. Well, I got to rewash that one. Okay, then we're going to put the rings on. Now, I'm not cinching these down real tight. I'm just giving it a little extra twist at the end. just to make sure that it is on there good. The term is hand tightened. It used to be that you had to boil the lids and rings prior to putting them on the jars. Now, we do sanitize them, but I don't boil them right before I put them on anymore. The way that the seal on the lid is made now, you don't have to do that anymore. Used to be that it loosened up the stuff that sealed the jars. But of course, everything has changed from the way they used to do it. Alright, so let's get these put in the canner. This is a 7-quart canner. So I'm just going to put all of these in the canner. Spaced out through here. 1 in the center, 6 on the outside. Now, why did I only put a cup of beans in there? Because beans swell. And when you have that water in here and the beans swell, they'll soak up some of the water, but you could explode your jar if you're not careful. So only put a cup of beans to a quart and a half a cup of beans to a pint. All right, let's get the lid on and get this going. Okay, let me turn this around. I always do that. I always put it on backwards. There we go. There's only one way it will go on. Now when you are getting your canner ready, there's a little rubber piece in the back here. You want to make sure that is still there and good and not blown. Because that's part of where your pressure comes from. You want to make sure this hole here under this is clear. And you want to make sure that the seal inside the lid is good. Alright, we're going to turn this on. And we're going to watch it raise up pressure. It will not be immediate. So when that starts, I'll come back to you. The first thing that's going to happen is you'll see moisture coming out of here because this is down. It's not holding any pressure yet. As this piece rises up, it will actually seal that shut, which will cause your pressure to start rising. When this rises, then you need to watch your gauge. Alright, it's starting. The button has come up. Okay, so it is now sealed. So, now that pressure will start rising. It'll rise slowly, but it'll rise. It's very important to watch this stage because you want the pressure to stop at 11 pounds to 15 pounds. If it goes over, it's okay. You just don't want it to drop below 11, and you don't want it to raise so high that the thing explodes. So you just kind of watch it. When you see it going up too high, you turn your temperature down on the knob of the stove and just kind of help it do its thing. Y'all watch that rise for me, will you? Alright, just a couple more pounds and we'll be there. It's on 9. So once it hits 11, 11 and stays above 11, we want it to cook for 45 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts. So I'm going to go ahead and set a timer for 90 minutes. And actually it's not up on 11 yet, so I can't start that timer. Once it reaches 11, then I can start the timer, but not before. Alright, it's at 11. We will start that timer now. Alright, so it has maintained its pressure for as long as it needs to. My timer is up. Now, do we release the pressure? No, we do not. Alright, we let this release pressure naturally. We did not play with this to let steam out or anything like that. Why? Well, that actually is what causes your jars to siphon more. The quick, rapid release of pressure is not good. So you want to wait till this gauge gets all the way back down to 0 before you start pulling jars out. Alright, I'm going to get a towel. Got a towel. I'm going to set my jars out on it. To lift out jars, you need a tool. What tool? This. It's a jar lifter. Okay? How do you use this? This is the handles, and the rubber end down here is what you lift things out with. Alright, so we're going to open this up, and we're going to pull these jars out and set them over here. Everything is hot, so be careful. Alright, and that is all of our jars. So we have 7 dinners. Yep, 7. That's why people can a lot of stuff. That is 7 dinners. It's not even a whole dinner, it's just the side. Yep. So y'all, have fun canning. Make sure you can take care of your family. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and as always, the best way to help us is to share. Y'all let us know in the comments what else you want to see. Till next time, bye guys.